we're going to go over some of the incredible ways to edit drums in Cubase. First, we're going to start off with a bit of a history lesson. I'm going to show you how we used to edit drums before Cubase 6. Now, this used to be a trade secret, and I know a lot of people that would be pretty mad at me for sharing this. But now that Cubase 6 is out, anyone can edit drums with the finesse of a pro. I still use the method I'm about to show you for lining up electronic drums with acoustic drums for a more human feel. For a long time now, we've been able to edit the timing of individual drums such as snare or kick, but the overhead mics would usually go out of phase with the close mics, mostly because of the distance between the overhead mics and the drums. The small amount of time it would take for the signal to reach the drum mics was enough to ruin a perfectly good recording when you would correct the timing of one of the drums. The only solution was to edit all of the drums at the same time, ensuring phase cohesion. Let's get started with this lengthy process. First, let's listen to our drum track for a quick second. Not bad, definitely recorded with a click, but the drummer seems a little late and a bit rushed here and there. We definitely have our work cut out for us. First, solo the kick and the snare track. Make a quick mix of the two channels and remove the lows so that they don't throw off the hit point detection. You'll see what I mean in a second. Now do a quick mono mix down back into the project. There's our kick and snare without any interference to mess up the hit point detection. Double-click on the new event and choose Edit Hit Points. Assuming that the hit point detection worked flawlessly and the hit points don't need editing, click Create Events and close the window. Now bring our newly sliced track to the top of the page. Now add a folder track. Are you confused with what we're doing yet? This will all make sense in maybe a couple minutes. Now put all of the tracks except for the sliced one in a folder. And turn off those nasty sounding EQ choices we made earlier. Make sure that the new folder is just below the sliced up track. Now set Snap to Events and start slicing the folder so that it matches the above track. Okay, so it's not that hard so far, but remember, we've just edited a few bars, and look at what we still have to edit. And this piece is about a quarter of the size of a real song. Youch! Since life is too short for a 1-hour video on slicing waveforms, I'm going to cut this example project down to size. Now it's time to quantize, but to make sure that we don't get overlapping material, cut off the beginning snippets of the audio file. All right, almost done. Well, not really. Now select all of the waveforms again, and assuming you have the quantize set up for 16ths, hit Q on your keyboard, and now all of the audio events are quantized to 16th notes. But we're not done yet. Seriously. Zoom in and hit the X on your keyboard to crossfade the gaps out and create overlapping material. And now all we have to do is spend an hour or so checking each crossfade to make sure there are no little bits getting chopped off at the beginning or the end of a hit. Remember, this is only a couple bars. Imagine a whole song. Let's check out our work by selecting the events and pressing Shift-G. As you can hear, I didn't quite nail it, mostly because I didn't spend enough time checking the accuracy of my hit points and crossfades. This edit's going into the garbage, but you get the point. You used to have to be ruthless and hypercritical and have lots of free time on your hands to get a simple drum track aligned with a drum machine or any sort of click. While this method can still be used for creative purposes, actual drum editing has changed tenfold since Cubase 5. Check out the next chapter to see how.